Next is a two-time Academy Award-winning actor who will return to Broadway this spring with a production of A Moon for the Misbegotten. Here's our good friend Kevin Spacey. Nice to see you.
Thank you. You may not know this, but you owe me a suit.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
When I was last here, you had me go outside and get blown into the air at about 250 miles an hour.
I remember that.
It was.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, it all looked great, and I had a great time. I was really glad I did it. And then I got in the car, and the lining to my suit
Ripped out.
had completely ripped out.
Right, right.
And I sent it back to Prada. And I said to them, you know, I put all my suits through a 250,000-mile wind test, and it didn't pass. So they didn't send me a new one, so I think you owe me a suit.
Did you read the fine print of your contract, Kevin? Did you take a look at the back side of page 3?
Oh, the page 3. It's that early in it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's way up front.
It's way up front.
Oh, sure. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You've been traveling, doing a lot of stuff. What's going on?
Well, since I last saw you, we went on a world tour for Superman, and we went to Japan. We went all over the place, and I have to say it was thrilling that in all those hours of interviews, all that extraordinary amount of questions that you asked, I was never once asked, if you had a superpower, I don't know, some guy from Europe, I have no idea.
Yeah. It must be exhausting, though, but somehow gratifying, I would think, to go around the world.
The film was a big hit, and we're going to do another one in a couple of years.
In that Superman movie, you played the character. You were...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on. What's the name?
It's not Darth.
No, it's not.
Not Darth. It's... I know who it is. It's...
Cough it up. Lex. Lex.
Lex
Luthor.
Luthor.
There you go.
Yes, that's right.
Lex Luthor.
That must have been fun to have a character.
It was a ball. It was a lot of fun to do, and I rather enjoy shaving my head every day.
Now, when something like that happens, because I've toyed with the idea of shaving my head also, but do you have to do that, or does somebody else do that for you?
Oh, there's a whole team.
A whole team. Lather, soap,
Lathering up, yeah, shaving it,
yeah.
And then they make it up so you don't see the dark hairs.
And does it need to be shaved every day?
Pretty much every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the Braun razor is a terrific razor. You can get it on eBay now.
Let's talk about life in London. How's that going? Director of The Old Vic.
I am having the time of my life. This is now coming on 4.5 years I've been living there.
Wow.
We're in the middle of our 3rd season. And it's probably the most satisfying job I've ever taken on. We do about 4 or 5 plays a year. We've had a great season so far. We did Moon there for about 14 weeks, and now we've got 2 Shakespeare's on at the moment. And then Robert Lindsay will star in The Entertainer after that.
This is just remarkable.
It's going great, and we have a huge education program. We work with a lot of kids. And,
now, I know we talked about this before, but has there previously in the history of the theater been an American director?
No, not at that theater. Sam Wanamaker was an American who had a dream of building the Globe Theater, but he never actually lived long enough to run it. Right. I'm still around.
Yeah, good for you. Now, you must be prey to a great deal of scrutiny from the acting community over there.
Well, they have welcomed us enormously. The theater community has been really on our side, and I think it's evidenced by the fact that so many wonderful artists are coming to work with us. And I'm going to be there for about another 8 years, so I'm not done yet.
Another 8 years, wow. And do you get... That's right. They're applauding, but a lot of good that does us.
No, I'm going to keep bringing shows over to New York. But
absolutely. When British, Irish legendary actors come to see you, do you have a rapport with them?
Absolutely. I mean, look, the theater in its history was run by John Gielgud for a time. It was run by Laurence Olivier for a long time. Peter O'Toole ran it for a while, and he remarkably, still working all the time. I think tomorrow morning he's probably going to get nominated for an Academy Award for his film Venus. And he comes all the time to see our shows.
Great.
He recently came to see Moon, which he enjoyed very, very much, but sometimes he has a problem with some of the things we do. Mm-hmm. And Peter's not afraid to tell you if he doesn't like something.
Right.
So we did a production of a play called National Anthems. And it's a comedy. And he came backstage afterward and he said, "It's a wonderful play! Funny, fast! But I have a complaint." I said, "What?" He said, "You cannot do comedy without legs."
Ooh. What is he talking about?
What are you talking about, Mr. O'Toole? He said, "There are 2 couches on stage that you stand behind all night long. You cannot do comedy without legs."
Wow. Very strong. Excellent, Peter O'Toole.
And I said, "But Peter, have you not seen The Late Show? He's behind that desk for all those years."
That's the problem there. And now, did you make an adjustment in the staging of the play after that?
Move the couches. Yeah. What do you think? I'm crazy?
That's a great Peter O'Toole. But he still has that energy, doesn't he?
Oh, he's extraordinary. Yeah. I mean, the fact that he's still around. I mean, you know, all those guys that he knew, those drinking, carousing guys, he's still around, and I think he was worse off than any of them.
Probably so. Yeah, but and they didn't care. There was no moderation. It was just pedal to the metal.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Look, my rule: get slaughtered, but not stupid.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I think good.
Maybe I don't have this properly. You hosted a birthday party for Bill Clinton. Is that right?
That is correct.
His 60th.
As you may know, President Clinton celebrated his 60th birthday over about a 5-month period.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think they may still be on tour. I'm not actually sure when the tour ends, but this particular stop in the tour happened up in Toronto, Canada. Mm-hmm. And I... Paul?
I was there, yes, and I was there with you, too.
Please ask your sister to shut up. So I'd spoken to the president about a week before this event was going to happen, and I said, "Mr. President, what would you like me to do on this night? I'm going to host this event." He said, "Oh, hell, just be funny."
Wow.
So I decided, and I will do this for you because I know you rather enjoy it, I decided to start the evening as Johnny Carson.
Oh, great.
So if I could do it...
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go, just a little...
Good evening. I'm delighted and honored to be here tonight. I know all of you are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. It crossed my mind, which is, why in the world are we celebrating the birth of an American president in Toronto, Canada? But I think I finally figured it out, because with the exchange rate, it's like turning 52.
Very nice. Very nice, Johnny.
Thank you.
And a Moon for the Misbegotten this spring?
Moon for the Misbegotten opens, we start previews on March 29th, and if you go to www.broadway.com, why, you can get tickets exclusively on American Express.
Are you worried about cell phones and candy and
you know,
people eating popcorn?
I actually heard that the Nederlanders, which was actually the people who own the Brooks Atkinson, which is where we're going to be, have decided to allow people to bring food into the theater. Now, Dave, do you let people bring food in here?
No. I mean, they're all strip searched. There's not a... That's right.
Dave. That does not necessarily mean you can't hide a pizza.
Oh. Yeah. Right. But would you really want to eat it?
You know, you wouldn't want No, I think you know, that seems all right for musicals, but
Maybe musicals.
somehow, you know, people are singing and there's a big band playing. But if it's an intimate play, which is Moon is, it's going to be a little odd.
Well, it's going to be the hit of the season.
Wow.
On Broadway this spring at the Brooks Atkinson Theater. A Moon for the Misbegotten. Here he is, Kevin Spacey. Kevin, good to see you again.
Thank
you very much.
Bring your
Nice
candy.
job.
Come on down.
We'll be right back with Alicia Keys.